Hi, Shonda.
Hi, Patryce. It's a great day.
It is. It's beautiful here in Texas, and I'm excited about our topic today. And do you
Mhm.
want to introduce it?
Yeah, so let's see. I don't even know where to start, but it's about a protocol um, from a doctor, a healing protocol from a
Mm.
doctor that I find that's easy to follow, and it just makes so much sense. It incorporates a lot of the things that we try to share, already with everyone. And her name is Dr. Brooke Goldner, and yeah, and she was, I think it was either 13 or 16. She was diagnosed with lupus,
Mm.
and so it was a long battle, but then she finally figured it out. She figured out what her body needed to heal from that. And so it's just an amazing story. So really, I want to remind everyone, I'm sure she does this over and over again, these different series, but right now, um, she's running through May 8th a free video, and it has all her classes in there, class 1, 2, and 3. And it's available, and we'll leave a link at the show notes so you can see how to sign up. And but I just wanted to talk about what she shares and what she talks about, and what really happened over the weekend, just this weekend. This has happened for me before, but I didn't realize that I had gotten away from it. So
Mm.
part of, um, I'll just share that when we get there. That's what I'll do. I'll share that when we get there. So her mantra is healing is natural and it's normal. And, you know, the body does try to heal. I mean, that's what keeps us alive. It's in a continuous healing process, a regenerative process. Otherwise, we would not remain alive, for one, and I think she mentions in there how, when we cut ourselves, our body naturally heals.
Mm.
So it's happening on the outside. So the same healing mechanism is happening on the inside.
I love that. That's so encouraging that healing is natural and it's normal. And just your example, I just scraped my arm the other day and it's already healing, and I physically can see that. But like you just said, it's happening inside ourselves too. But we probably have to do certain things to facilitate that happening,
Yeah,
right?
because sometimes we get in the way. And I mean, when we think about it, we really do need to heal quicker on the outside because, that's a pathway for germs and things to
Mm.
get in. So our body, I guess we were just designed that way by God
Mm.
to heal first on the outside so that we can, shield ourselves from the environment and things that, we don't want. Just a thought, just a thought. So inside the video, I have my notes here. It's divided, it's about a 4-hour video. So really set aside some time to watch and just listen. It's full of information. But we're just gonna kind of pack it all in, and hit the
Sounds good.
highlights.
Sounds good, because I haven't had a chance, honestly, to listen to all of it, but just the first parts that I've heard are so just encouraging. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, I think so. I mean, I find it very encouraging. Um, so class 1 talks about foods to stay away from that keep us sick. Okay.
mm, okay.
So she jumps right in and lists those, and she doesn't just list them and leave them there. She really explains why, all the mechanism behind it. But for today, we're just going to list those things. And there were 3 foods, mainly, primarily, that she says, if you're ready to heal, if something's going on and you need to heal, like now,
Mm,
you're ready to start the healing process now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, that you need to get rid of these 3 foods, and the 3 foods are all animal products,
Does that
oil,
include seafood?
that
All
ain't
animal products include seafoods, right?
all
Seafood.
animal products include seafood.
Okay.
Yes. Oils
Mm,
and processed foods.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are the foods that we get in the packages that are not just beans, that are not just rice, that are not just, I don't know what else comes. That's mostly what I buy in a package. Beans, rice. I don't know what else. Anything that's in a package that has been pre-prepared for you in any kind of way, she suggests you get it out of your diet.
Wow.
Focus on real foods. And real foods do not come in a package. They grow out of the ground.
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah. So that was very interesting. And I was like, okay, Dr. Goldner, I got that down. What else? I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Can we go back to giving up oils? Because that's something I'm still in the process of doing. But when we give up oils, that doesn't mean we can't replace oils with maybe an avocado, right?
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
can mash up an avocado or things like that to give you that cessation,
Yeah.
maybe.
So she's really talking about processed oils where the
Okay.
oil is totally removed from what it came from,
Wow.
And that does include olive oil.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she includes that. But like if you have raw tahini seeds or peanut butter, when you mix them up, the oils start separating, right? But we
True.
don't want to use peanut oil to fry our food. We want to mix it into the peanuts and eat the whole peanut and the oil that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we don't have to avoid the oil that's in the natural peanut butter. And I'm talking about natural peanut butter. You got to be careful for peanut butter because a lot of times they have added oils to them. So
Mm.
just buy peanuts that have, for instance, peanuts that have just peanuts and maybe salt, but maybe not salt either. But that's another thing. But just, dry roasted peanuts and blend it up, or you can make your own in a food processor. It's really easy to do that. Um, so yeah, that's about oils.
Okay. Just wanted to review that because so many things, so many oils are out there now, the olive oil, the coconut oil, the avocado oil, and many of these oils are being advertised as very good for you. And I'm not saying they're bad for you, but those would still be oils if
Yeah,
you're going this way of going with no oil.
right. Yeah, those are still oils. And, they may be a better alternative, but we're talking about kicking in the healing process. They can still get in the way. They're a better alternative to what you have been eating, all the
Mm.
trans fats and things like that. But yeah, we've got to pull those oils out, and it's easy to cook without oils by just using water. And I do it all the time.
The steam stir frying,
Steam
right?
stir frying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So she broke it down into the 3 classes. So now let's move on to class number 2 that she talks about. And she talks about what to eat to heal. Yeah. Have you any ideas about what those are? Did you remember anything?
Uh,
I'm
well, I think would water be considered to eat or no, I guess that's not
Yeah,
food.
water is in there.
Okay.
Water's in there. So since you brought it up, we could talk about it first. So yeah, well, I'll just say that this weekend when I watched this class,
Mm.
I realized that I was not getting enough water currently. Okay. But it had been a while that I was not getting enough water and I did not recognize that. And so, the suggestion is, I think it's okay. So up to 120 pounds, you want to do those ounces in pounds, but she really suggests at least a gallon. For anyone over 120 pounds, I know it's at least a gallon.
Okay,
If you're
64
over
ounces.
120 pounds, and then if you're less than that, then you can kind of do it ounce by, like if you're a 50-pound child, make sure they're drinking 50 ounces of water.
Wow, good to know.
So she goes, in detail about that. So, I mean, I just made it my goal to drink, I think I'm at about 100 ounces. I don't think I've done the full gallon yet, but I feel I was experiencing really low energy. And I didn't know why. I was like, okay, I'm doing all these things, that she's talking about, and I needed more water. So water is key. Don't ever underestimate the power of water. And this had happened to me before when I first found, when I did that whole study on water. I started drinking more water then, and I was feeling better. And I was like, okay, you know, I had experienced that before, but just over the last few years, my water intake was just dwindling, and I didn't even realize it. Probably trying to save money on my, because I was drinking a specific water and it was getting expensive. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just drink, I'll drink when I'm thirsty if I'm not thirsty, but that's not true. So don't listen to your body, especially if it's off. Our bodies are off. They're just not speaking properly to us. We're craving things that we don't want, and we're not craving what we need. So in my instance, I wasn't craving water.
Mm,
Okay.
very interesting.
The other two things that she talked about were raw vegetables
Mm,
and omega-3 fatty acids. So there
wow.
are three total things that she suggests that we need to heal. We need the raw vegetables, we need the omega-3s, and we need the water.
Wow. Raw vegetables, that's going back to real food.
Going back
And
to
yeah, and the
yeah.
water is real drinks. So
Mhm.
that's
As
awesome.
natural as you can get it, right?
Okay, yeah. I did remember her saying something about making your plate, I think 75% or more of your plate being raw vegetables.
Hmm.
So did she say anything about what the other 25% would be
I
made
think
of?
she mentioned, like, yeah, it could be quinoa or your beans or whatever else you're eating, but the
Oh,
goal is 75%. And she has some people, that she specially works with one-on-one, do total raw vegetables 100%.
hmm.
So, but you want to aim for 75%. These are things that you could do on your own. You can take this protocol that she has here, and thankfully she has laid it all out in this. It's a 4-hour video, but it's so worth watching, to get yourself comfortable with the information there and to feel confident in what it's doing. Um, yeah, so the raw vegetables are going to give you the minerals that you're missing. Okay.
Good.
And we know our soil is depleted of minerals. And so we're just lacking in nutrients here. But, by eating so much, by boosting so much raw vegetables, we're getting minerals that we're missing from our diet.
So this might mean we don't really need to take a lot of supplements.
Yeah, that is one thing about it. I think she mentions that in class too. You don't
Mm,
have to do any extra supplements, and you don't have to do any extra medication. So
wow.
she's not selling supplements, she's not selling medication. She's telling you, I think she titles it at one point, how to hyper-nourish yourself from the grocery store.
Wow, that makes sense. That's
Uh-huh. Yeah.
okay.
The vegetables, the omega-3s in the water. So let's talk about the omega-3s. So that's something that I know I boosted this earlier this year, and the omega-3s that she suggests to really get that and impact your diet with it are flax seeds and chia seeds.
Good idea. Yeah, I need to do more of those for sure because I'm not going to do the supplements. Instead, I can get it through the flax seeds,
Right.
the omega oils, right? That's
Mm-hmm. And the best way to do it, which is what she introduces in class 3, though. But first, let's talk about, she does talk about how the omega-3s open the cells to release toxins and open your cells to absorb vitamins and minerals.
oh,
That's
important.
the job of omega-3s.
Wow, we really need them then.
We really need them because omega-6 does just the opposite.
Hmm.
It interferes, and she explains that. I remember she explaining that, from a chemical standpoint in there. um and I'm not going to try and explain that, but oh, omega-6, those, all those refined foods that we're eating, the chips, the, you know just Yeah, the chips.
Processed foods. Mm.
Processed. The grains are really high. Most grains, especially if they're refined, they're nothing but omega-6.
Mm. Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, and they can stiffen us, and that's one of the things I remember. I don't know if she's the doctor that mentioned that or another doctor, but I remember them mentioning omega-6 really just stiffens us, like stiffens our arteries, stiffens our cells and things like that. So
When you say stiffen, I also think about maybe arthritis. Is there
yeah,
any?
yeah.
Oh, because a lot of people have arthritis.
Refined foods are a real culprit in a rheumatoid arthritis.
Wow, that's important to know.
Yeah,
Mm.
omega-6, you got to get it balanced. Omega-6 overdose,
Mm.
rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay. Wow.
Well, inflammation. That's really
Mm.
what it's all about. And I think she talks a lot about that in class 3. So in class 3, she gives us examples. Oh no, real live examples. The people that
Oh,
have experienced success, by following her protocol, they come on and they tell you their stories.
super cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah. In class 3, it was like hearing recovery stories. And it was also titled, I don't really remember this section, but it was titled How to Protect Our Kids from Chronic Diseases.
Oh,
So
that's
I guess
powerful.
it's just about getting started. And so I think that's where I think she talks about the hyper-nourishing protocol. And so it's all about what she's talking about, but she gives you another real plan. And she talks about her smoothie.
Oh, smoothies. And I know you like smoothies.
Oh,
So do
yeah.
I.
I have a smoothie every morning. So it was very easy. And what you want to do is just add like a handful of flax seeds or chia seeds into your smoothie. And she's saying that your smoothie should be 75% green,
Mm.
25% fruit,
Okay.
and a handful of omega 3s. Whichever
Well,
one
that
you desire, you can mix it up. I mix it up.
well,
And
that's pretty easy to remember because it's similar to the plate.
yeah.
75% vegetable
Hmm.
and 25% other. So
Hmm.
same with the smoothie makeup. It's
Hmm.
greens and then fruit. But I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to making some smoothies with the flaxseed oil. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no, not the oil. You want to do the
I'm sorry, the flax seeds themselves. Sorry,
yeah,
throwing in a handful of
because
the flax seeds.
oils can go rancid and you don't want
Mm.
to pre-ground your seeds either. You want to throw them whole into that smoothie and allow the blender to do all the work.
That's an important detail. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that. Yeah.
So those are that's pretty much what it was all about, we're talking about to get health back, you must take drastic changes in how you've
Mm.
been living in the past. So what you've been doing has led to where we are now. It's time to make a change. One good thing is, so I'm going to read the two things that she has here, unless you want to talk about something else. Was there something else that
No,
I
I
know
think this is
earlier when
great.
we talked, you were talking about, some of the things that were really interesting when you listened to the video.
Well, I mean, just the mere fact that she has had a lupus, from my understanding, because apparently the tests don't indicate lupus in her system anymore.
Mhm.
Although I don't know a lot about lupus, I've met one or two people in my life who have had it. It can be debilitating. It can be, you hear it's incurable. They sometimes have to take chemo. And this woman from an early age had it and doesn't have it anymore. And not only does she not have it, but she shared one story about the birth of her child, because to get pregnant and have lupus is also very challenging,
Mhm.
or to have a child give birth. But she gave birth to a healthy baby. She did have to have a C-section for other reasons, but a healthy baby. And then less than 2 weeks later, I think 9 days, she was in her same size jeans beforehand. I mean, she must have been incredibly healthy and in shape. So
Mhm.
that alone was encouraging to hear from a medical doctor this journey, and how she did point out, she went to medical school, she learned a lot, but she did not learn anything about nutrition.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear a lot of doctors who have learned or who are spreading the message about, better nutrition, that they all say that same thing that they did
Yes.
not learn. Yeah. So yeah, class 3, she did her patients, or her, the people who have participated. Some, others had lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's,
Mm.
MS, IBS, joint pain, overweight, scleroderma, just,
Yeah.
all types of inflammation, diseases. And it's just amazing to hear stories. I'm just so happy to hear the stories. So yeah, this is stuff I just love to, like, I'm not going to say lurk. I just like to be in these groups and listen, and the encouragement of hearing their stories, their story, and they're real, and these are real people. So you can go to goodbyelupus.com and sign up to receive the free class, which is a link to the video
Mm.
that that we saw. And also, once you do that, or you can do one or the other, but I really highly recommend the video.
Mm.
Join Smoothie Shred. Go to smoothieshred.com, and that'll give you a link to the Facebook group.
Oh,
Now, I think today or yesterday was my first day in the Facebook group, kind of looking around. That's what I was telling you about. And these stories are amazing.
wow.
People
Wow.
are, just talking about how they're feeling different, what's happening, how their numbers are going down, certain measurements and things that they want their numbers to go down. They are actually going down. And, some people have a little trouble and they post it, but there's so many other people there to just keep encouraging them, So if you need encouragement on your journey, this is the place to go. This is
That's
very good
exciting.
source.
Wow, so exciting. And that's what we're about too, is just
Mm.
sharing. And then we are encouraging people to build community. So this sounds like another awesome community to be a part of. So that's why I was excited when you shared it with me. Consider this part of your self-care, to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm going to do, because it's like being in medical school, or just being better than medical school, just being at the feet of all these people who have these journeys where they've been healed. They have
Mm-hmm.
found healing through good nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
How impactful, empowering is that? I'm
So
excited.
yeah, thanks for, I'm glad you're excited about it too, because I just, and it's just so simple. So it's just a simple thing. You're gonna hyper nourish in that smoothie. That smoothie's gonna do it. The added fresh vegetables, the omega-3s, and the water, and just take it all in, and let's get to healing. A
I'm
next level.
I'm excited about the next level, and I'm excited just that we've learned some things, like about the oils, and I know myself, I've taken supplements over the years, especially the omega oils, and now I can just get that handful of flax seeds and just throw them
Straight
into.
from food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing this topic with us, Shonda. I'm looking
Okay,
forward to
great.
the video. Mm.
Glad to share. Always. We hope you enjoyed watching today's video of our podcast. A link to the show notes can be found below this video. Also, please subscribe so you won't miss any future videos. And be sure to comment below and let us know what you think about this format. Until next time, let's just be real.